Hello, gentlemen, and welcome to yet another episode of the Gentleman's Club. I'm your host, Marc.antomattei, and in today's episode, we're not going to be doing yet again another whiskey review, but this time I'm going to introduce you to this Japanese alcoholic distilled beverage called Ume Shu. And this drink is a staple of Japan, along with sochu and sake, other very popular Japanese alcoholic beverages that are fermented and or distilled. And this brand right here is called the Choya, and this is probably the most popular and most famous Umeshu brand and highest quality brand in Japan, and the best selling in Japan and the best selling in the world for that matter. They distribute some of their drinks all around the world, even to places such as the United States. Whether these two that I have here are distributed to the United States, that's to be determined. I don't know, but quite possibly. This one here is a Suntory Umeshu Plum Liqueur. Now, in English, we call this plum liquor, but it's not made from plums at all. It's made from a little fruit that is very similar to a plum, but it's not made from a plum. So inside of this episode, I'm not going to drink or consume any of these. I'm just going to simply talk about them so that you have an understanding of what it is. And then in subsequent episodes after this, I'm going to be reviewing all of these and even pitting two of these against one another to see which one tastes better. This is something that every time I go out with my friends or a large group of people, sometimes we go to these events on Friday night and we go to a bar or such. Izakaya in Japan, which is like a really cheap place with lots of finger foods and cheap foods and things like that. I usually order this one and drink it, have a nice conversation with friends. So this is the first time that I've purchased this for home consumption, but usually this is more like I go out and I purchase it sort of thing. But I don't know why I've never bought it for home consumption. Maybe because I didn't know how to search for proper Umeshu. But now that I know the popular ones, I have them now. And I will get more in the future. So expect at least 3 reviews minimum upcoming. So this is straight from the Choya website because they can explain a lot better than what I possibly could. So I'm just going to tell you what it is that they say about Ume Shu. All right, so it says Ume Shu is a traditional Japanese liqueur made from ume fruit. A perfect balance between ume extract and alcohol is achieved by aging the whole fruit with the stone still inside. The delicious tang of umeshu comes from citric acid in the fruit, and the refreshing flavor stimulates the appetite. Umeshu also contains malic and succinic acids. Refresh yourself by enjoying a glass of umeshu when feeling tired. The addition of alcohol to fruit during production means that ume flavor can be extracted not only from the flesh and skin, but also from the stone. It is the process which gives Choya Umeshu its unique fruity bouquet with notes of almond and marzipan. Now there are 2 commitments that this brand, the Choya here, would like you to know specifically about their product, and I'm going to read those now. Commitment number 1 is nothing artificial. So it says Choya does not use any artificial additives in any of our products, such as acidulants, flavorings, or colorings. As the leading producer of Umeshu, we are committed to the pursuit of unfailingly high quality and authenticity in all of our products. It takes at least 1 year of aging to produce Choya Umeshu, minimum. This careful maturation ensures that essential ingredients can be fully extracted from the ume fruit. Our slow aging process allows Choya to produce authentic Umeshu with the best possible taste and aroma every time. And commitment number 2 is always quality. Japan has 4 distinct seasons, each of which is essential for a rich ume harvest. Choya uses only a few varieties of Japanese ume from several hundred which exist in Japan today. Nanko ume from Wakayama is a premium variety with plump, fresh, and high acidity, making it particularly suitable for Ume Shu production. Thanks to the decades of experience and expertise in ume cultivation shared by our Japanese farmers, at Choya we can be sure we are using only the highest quality ume fruit in the world. So it's quite interesting that they say that they get their Nanko ume from Wakayama Prefecture. I'm living in Osaka currently just temporarily for 5 months while I fulfill a contract. And while I'm here, I'm getting to go around and experience places in Western Japan that I've never been to before. I'm in Osaka, which is very central Japan, kind of central west a little bit. And right underneath Osaka is Wakayama. So this is quite close to me, and I feel like I can make it here within 30 minutes to an hour, probably to the location of where they distill this shit at. And they say that they distill it for 1 year minimum, which is this one right here. This is called the Choya single year, but it can be distilled as much as 3 years or maybe even longer than this. But obviously the single year is a little bit more cheaper than the 3 years. The Suntory one does not say how long it's been distilled for. So there you have it. This is a very sweet drink. Just a little bit sour, but more sweet than sour. It's quite interesting because on the back of these bottles, at least for the Choya ones, it'll give you a little diagram, and it shows you a scale and what you can expect in each one. So there's 5 categories: aging, aroma, tartness, sweetness, and body. And the diagram would stretch more to one end if it's stronger in that category. I'll put that up on the screen for you to take a look at. So, for example, let's see. For the single year one, it says the aging is not so much the aroma, but the tartness is especially high in this one. Sweetness is kind of scaled back. The body's kind of scaled back. It's a little bit balanced, but tartness seems to be the biggest thing inside of this one, and sweetness at a very minimal level. Inside of the age 3 years one, the aging is up more, the aroma is up, and the tartness is equal. And the sweetness is still scaled back just a little bit, and so is the body, but overall this one is preferably more balanced than the single year. So I'm expecting this to taste a little bit better. But there you have it, gentlemen. My introduction to Ume Shu. Please be looking forward to these reviews upcoming soon. I would like to thank you all for watching. Make sure that you drink responsibly. Salute to you wherever you may be out in the world. And until next time, gentlemen, keep it classy.